Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
All right, let's hear it again for Ashland sophomore Emma Paul.
About ready for the kick, going back deep for Ashland. Number 2, Jake Morloni. Number 13, Nathan Sickles. And number 54, Dom Masoro. And as I said before, they'll be coming from our right to our left as the ball is being teed up out at midfield by Mitchell Director, number 4, at the 40-yard line, I should say, but Mitchell Director who'll be kicking it off. Here we go. Director with his foot into it. It's going to come down across the field to Nathan Sickles. Picks it up around the 15-yard line. Cuts to the 20. Has some running room across the 25 to the 40. And finally going to be hauled down as he gets to the 43-yard line. So an excellent run back to open the game. And it'll be Ashland ball, 1st and 10. 11-minute quarters in the game tonight.
Ball will start on the Ashland 44-yard line.
And the spot is going to be right at the 44. Handoff by Jackson Horning, and that's going to go for next to nothing. It'll be 2nd down.
Handoff from Horning to Jake Maloney.
Jake Maloney was the
gain of about a yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
about a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9. Horning. Kavanaugh going in motion, a whistle.
Timeout called.
And a timeout called by Ashland with some apparent confusion on the field as they couldn't get the formation quite right.
That's a 20-second timeout.
Brody Asenkoa into the game, number 23. Ball is dropped. Horning barely turns the corner, barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. A very small gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 8.
Another yard. 3rd down.
Kevin Russell going wide right, and he's got Kavanaugh out there in the slot. Passing formation, we'll see what they do as Horning drops back to throw, has time, throws it out, complete to Sickles, and Sickles crosses the 45-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Was it Sickles or Russell, perhaps?
I think it was Sickles.
It was Sickles. Number 13, Nathan Sickles, picks up the 1st down.
On a nice throw.
Looking to throw again, scrambling now, throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete, out of bounds, tipped out by Sickles, so it'll be 2nd down.
I was looking who had the pursuit on there. They don't have a 66 on their roster for Sharon, but smart play by Jackson to throw it away.
No harm done, so 2nd and 10. Maloney is in the backfield along with Jackson. And the long snap, and that's going to be motion. That's going to be against Ashland, an illegal start.
Flag on the play.
It was that actually was the tight end out there, whoever it was. I didn't catch his number. So that'll cost them 5. It'll be 2nd and 5th in actually about 16. Looks
It was 15. Incomplete
15.
First one, right?
Yeah, and the second. Yeah. So they're replaying 2nd down. Pass, rolling, throws it out, complete, flag down. About close to the 1st down marker around the 29-yard line, but a flag thrown in the backfield.
Jake Latesso on the reception.
And a flag on the play.
It's a nice block by Maloney to give Jackson that time.
Holding.
Personal foul against the Eagles.
Holding.
Yeah, it was a holding call against Sharon.
10 from the end of the foul.
Yeah, looks it. So they're going to walk it off, and the ball, the line of scrimmage is around the 28-yard, around the 32-yard line. So this will be
it should be a 1st down.
That'll be assessed from the spot of the foul.
It must have been before the reception. So it's just
I guess.
10 yards automatic 1st down, not after the play.
Okay, so the line of scrimmage is at the 37-yard line, but it's a 1st down.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. The penalty occurred before he caught it, so it was either or. Take the catch or the holding in the 1st down.
Well, that results in an automatic 1st down.
All right, back on track.
Hand it off, trying to find room.
So,
Was Asinkoa, I think.
It's Brody Asenko.
Asenko. Right.
Asenko.
Taken down by number 63.
For not much gain. Well, a couple of yards, about 3 yards. 2nd and 7, call it.
I had the privilege of meeting his mom last year, and she let me know how to pronounce the name.
Yeah, I should remember that also, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't work that well, but that's fine.
I have less going on. It's easier for me.
Snap back to Horning. Horning bootlegs it, looking to throw,
Wide open.
Wide open out there is Russell. And there's a flag down, however, back around the 27-yard line, but the ball was caught. Is that illegal receiver?
Ineligible
Ineligible
downfield.
receiver downfield, yeah. Ineligible.
Just didn't hold the line on the roll.
Well, that's obviously going to come back. So a total 5-yard walk-off, but in any event, it's going to be 2nd down and about 12. 2nd and 12.
Loss of yards, 2nd down. Still 2nd down.
Horning keeps, tries to get some room, and is finally hauled down by the ankle on a pretty good play made out there by the Eagles. So a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 or 7. 3rd and 7, call it.
Might be 2-down territory for him.
Well, it would seem pretty stiff for a field goal try.
Well,
but you never know. But
versus a punt.
Versus a
That's
punt.
what I was saying.
Yeah,
So
really, yeah.
Two downs. See if we can get something going here.
To get something here, take a shot at it. That would seem clear. Rolling, throws
Beautiful.
it out. It's complete. Has 1st down space.
That's College, I believe. Number 12.
Number 12, College, right.
That's the go-to play right now. The rollout seems to be working. Some good blocking by Ashland's offensive line.
So it's a 1st and 10 at the 19. Handed off again, inside. Trying to move to his left was Merlone.
Come on, Steph!
That's Jake Merlone on the carry. Brought down by a pack of Eagles. 2nd down.
So a pickup of almost 5, 2nd and 5. Down to 6:10 in the 1st quarter. No score in this game, but Ashland apparently on the move inside the 15-yard line with a 2nd and 5. So Maloney set behind Horning. And again handed off to Merlone and plows ahead, has a couple, flag down.
Merlone's a little hot. I wonder if somebody gave him a little extra.
Personal foul, face mask, okay.
Brought down on the play by number 9, Sam Spencer.
So that should be half the distance.
Yeah. Automatic 1st down.
And a 1st
regardless.
down.
And a flag on the play. It's a face mask. That's assessed against the Sharon Eagles. Automatic 1st down.
At least he kept his composure. Sometimes you get those cheap shots and you get mad.
And you want to give one back.
The retaliatory one.
Yeah.
And
okay, 1st and goal from the 7. Over center is Horning. Merlone again has a good hold. He's down around the 2. So it'll be 2nd and goal. Spot's going to be just inside the 3, actually, with second and goal.
Second down. The ball is placed just inside, in between the 2 and 3 yard line. Timeout. Eagles.
So timeout is called. The Clockers will have some time to talk this over, but it appears that they know what they want to do.
Is it too loud?
Okay, once again, looking at second and goal from just inside the 3 yard line. As they set up again, and once again, Horning is over center. Hands it off again to Merlone, and he is there. Touchdown. Jake Merlone breaks the ice, first touchdown of the season. And with 5:09 to go in the first quarter, the score is 6-0 Ashland, looking for the extra point. Place kicker number 20, Andrea Agostinelli,
And the extra point is good.
hammers it through. 7-0 Ashland as they come back upfield. That was a pretty clean drive.
Yeah,
Good looking.
yeah, exactly. Everything.
They seem to make all their plays except for that one where there was the ineligible receiver downfield, which was
That-
somebody's mistake, I assume.
Yeah, that and they scrambled where he had to throw that one away, but that was a smart play.
But he did the right
Kept them-
thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
Kept
exactly.
them in the
Yeah.
kept them in the drive.
That's why they made sidelines. But it kept it going, and well, then they had to complete what they did. So,
No, the Sharon coach can't be happy. There was a couple big penalties on their side. That,
Yeah. yeah.
That's got to be frustrating for a coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you visit our concession stand located on the back left corner of the field.
Yeah, especially the face masks, because everybody just knows what they are and you know how bad they can be,
Store
and
is also open
you know
for
they're punished heavily.
sale of all the Ashland
Right.
So
materials. And don't forget the 50-50 raffle. Our volunteers
You know,
are out.
sometimes it's inadvertent. Your hand just gets in there,
It
and
just-
yeah,
right, but
still, it's
there's
your
no
hand shouldn't be up
Sure you
there.
buy a whole sleeve of those tickets.
Bastinelli with the kickoff.
pretty good kickoff coming down to the 15-yard line, and starting it back upfield is number 9, I believe, number 6. Take it back, number 6, Cole King.
Jalen Simpson brought him down.
On the tackle is number 16.
So the spots at the 26, 27-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
That was number 11, Jalen Simpson, grabbing him from behind. That was a good tackle
Eagles will
there.
start at their own 28-yard line.
We have number This is going to be the quarterback keeping. Going to be good for a few yards. Quarterback, I believe, is number 7, Cam Baker, is it?
I think it was
Or was it
10,
10,
Jeremy
Jeremy
Ruskin.
The carry for the Eagles, Jeremy Ruskin, brought down by
So the pickup of about 4 looks like 2nd and 6. Ruskin back in.
Sharon won 7-6 last week. I know nothing about their competition, nothing about this team, so it'll be interesting. I know they're in a bigger league, the Hockomock League, but should be a good test.
Completed pass. That was number 31, Brandon Buckman on the reception.
Brought down by Horning and Asenko.
So that went for about another 3 or 4. It'll be 2nd and very short. No, second and short. It's 2nd and short. It's 1st down. Just made it past the stick, but 1st and 10, and the spot is at Sharon's own 39-yard line.
The refs seem to be generous. When it's within a few, they tend to round it up to keep it going, especially on 2nd down.
Ruskin again handing off inside. And a pretty good run, 6-yard pickup right there. Number 14, Aaron Strong.
Number 67, Michael McSweeney, with the tackle on that play. He's taking down running back Aaron Strong.
Looked like he bobbled the snap, the handoff too, almost. Sharon's definitely beating us on the cheerleader side. They have about 30 cheerleaders to our great squad. My daughter Hallie Silver is on the squad, so had to recognize her.
I like the way you did it. All right, 2nd and 4, motion.
Flag on the play.
So an illegal motion, a false start against Sharon, so that'll cost them 5. So 2nd and 4, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Okay.
Line of scrimmage will be back at the 40-yard line. Snap to Ruskin, hands it off inside once again. And that was Aaron Strong, number 14 on the carry.
Asenko again. Got in there.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain, so 3rd and 10.
We haven't seen the Sharon quarterback throw yet, correct?
That's my recollection.
This could be it.
So number 7, Cam Baker is to this side. Alec Filipkowski on the far side. Both split out wide. Back to throw is Ruskin, throws it out there, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver over there was number 31 for Sharon, Brandon Buckman. So it's 4th and 10. So a kicking situation. So Jackson Horning, number 15, back for Ashland, along with Nathan Sickles, 13. And awaiting the punt, high snap, but he gets it out of there, a line drive. It's going over toward, it's been touched, and it's a live ball, and the Clockers somehow will fall on this, but that's luck. They were lucky to do it.
First down, Clockers.
I mean, you don't expect the line drive at your back on the 40, but you have to be ready for it. It's unfortunate that it touched him.
Well, I'm not sure it was intentional, but
no, it definitely
you're absolutely
wasn't.
right. But yeah, no question about it. You can't let that happen. That was a very near calamity. And the point is, the ball was touched by one of the Clockers, so it became a live ball.
Exactly.
They were lucky because whoever it was from Sharon overran it. He dove for it, but went by it somehow.
Yep, exactly. They got it.
Otherwise, that would have been a tough scenario, I think.
All right. They've done everything right up to now for the most part, so see if we can keep it going. That worked out.
This is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh keeping it, and he's going to, wow, look at that. He's bashing his way to the first down, out to the 40-yard line. That's for the highlight reel. Dom Kavanaugh banging his way for 12 yards. It's 1st and 10.
I like the way he's thrown in the hurry-up offense this year. Not last week, same thing. Instead of going to the sideline for a little huddle every time, he's just letting them run it. Keep the defense on their toes.
Kavanaugh again looking to throw, throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete.
That pass intended for Kevin Russell just outside his outstretched hands. 2nd down.
Number 6, Kevin Russell was the intended receiver. 2nd and 10. Minute 20 to go here in the first quarter with Ashland leading 7-0. And they are moving the ball. That really has not been an issue so far. They're moving the ball.
And Kavanaugh's still in there, so we'll see what he can do. Second down.
Handoff.
Nice cut back.
And that's, is that Maloney? And in any event, he's out to the 45-yard line of
You're correct.
of Sharon, so it's a first down. Excellent gain.
Just beyond the
Yeah,
45.
that was Jake.
First down.
Maloney in the backfield once again. And
Something didn't look right there.
no,
On the play, that's a false start against the Clockers.
way bad. So false start called against Dashville, and that'll cost them 5.
Still first down.
You know it's bad because I have no idea what they wanted to do, and I don't think you do either.
I think, well, that's the downside of the hurry up, because if
Yeah.
you have a mental lapse, it looks like everybody knew the play but the center, and he just didn't snap the ball. But
Yeah, something went
it's all
wrong.
right. Better do it in the non-league games than the.
All right, line of scrimmage is midfield.
I thought it was the Statue of Liberty players.
It's first down. 1st and 15 is the actual count. And the snap once again.
He's keeping
And
it.
Kavanaugh keeps it. He's got about 4.
With the keeper back to the original line of scrimmage. He's brought down by number 54, Coleman Loftus, co-captain for the Eagles.
And that's the end of the first quarter. So there we go. At the end of the first quarter, the score is Ashland 7 and Sharon nothing.
We'd like to send out a big thank you to Dr. Hosatch and Orthopedics New England for keeping our student athletes safe and in the game. And while we're speaking about that, thank you to our wonderful athletic trainer, Amy Mendoza, down on the field, making sure everyone is safe. And again, in case you missed the opening announcements, we want to congratulate the varsity field hockey team for their 3-1 win yesterday afternoon against Medfield. And to our golf team, very close, 252 to 257 victory over Medway yesterday afternoon. Clockers will be away the next couple of weeks, but our next home game will be Friday, October 5th, right here.
Too bad we can't bottle this weather for the rest of the season.
Oh, isn't this great?
This is
Over the
perfect.
next 2 weeks, the Clockers hit the road, going to Medfield and Hopkinton.
It just doesn't get better than this for football. Nope. No heavy winds either, so very calm. Okay, so Kavanaugh now is at a wide out, a wide side. On the, I think it's Kavanaugh. Anyway,
Latessa on the handoff.
that's going to go for about 2. I'll take that back. That was Russell on the right side. Kavanaugh stays at quarterback. In any event, it goes for about a yard. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 really. 3rd and 10. So.
No gain on the play, 3rd down.
Hey, can you tell my guy something? Sitting right at the end right there. Tell him to switch to King 2 for a second.
So Russell comes to the near side right, number 6. Kavanaugh in the backfield with Maloney, and fakes, throws, and it's picked. It's picked. Ball's intended down there for Russell, but it got picked. An excellent defensive play, and it'll go over to Sharon.
The ball will be placed on
Number
the
31, Brandon
Eagles'
Buckman.
17-yard line. So they've got the 18-yard line.
Nice play, because Russell had about 6 inches in height on him, and just a tad underthrown, I guess. But hey, net, he's on the 18. It's almost like a punt.
Like a punt, exactly, but still.
It was third down, but yeah.
Even so. So it's 1st and 10. And a handoff.
That handoff to Eagles' Aaron Strong. Gain of 2 yards on the play.
A few different clockers in there on the tackle.
The tackle was made by 51 Colin Bagg.
So a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
54 Don Massaro helping out on the play.
Inside handoff. It's going to go for about 5, it looks like. And the ball carrier, having been number 3, Chris Gong.
Andrew Iannarelli on the tackle. I think I said that right. I was having problems with that one last week. Iannarelli.
Okay, so the ball is at the 23-yard line. It's 3rd and 5.
A whistle and
timeout called.
Timeout, Eagles.
So Jeremy Ruskin, number 10, is a quarterback for Sharon, class of 2019. And so I noticed both teams seem to be fairly young, if I may, but they don't play with any less intensity.
50% of the proceeds go to Ashland Athletics.
Is there always going to be a Merloni wearing number 2?
50% to the winner.
I don't know how deep they go. That's certainly not a bad thing.
No.
All right, 3rd and 5.
So snap to Ruskin, rolling, throws it out. It's complete. 1st down, then some, as finally the receiver is going to be taken down around the 48-yard line. And that is, I believe, number 31, who would be Brandon Buckman. So that, I believe, is the biggest play that they've had so far in the game.
Yeah.
Good-looking play.
Yeah, he just beat that one defender. And
right. But a good throw, good catch, and then some slick running to get him to the 48-yard line. Handoff, and it's going to go for another significant gain. That was number 11. 13, I think.
Taken down by Don Cavanaugh, assisted by several other clockers. I think 6 yards.
I think it was 4. I think it was Aaron Strong, but in any event, it's about a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. Line of scrimmage at the 46-yard line of Ashland. Clockers leading in the game 7-0, but Sharon moving the ball very effectively right now.
Yeah, starting to get their blocks down and creating some holes.
Chris Gong, number 3, was in the slot. Long pass thrown out there. It's going to be way overthrown, as that was Buckman one more time, number 31, Brandon Buckman. So an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and about 5, 3rd and 4, 5.
Jack Merrill with strong coverage on that play.
'16 is Alep Filipkowski, way on the far side. Chris Gong is in the slot once again. Handoff inside. This is going to be nowhere near the first down mark. Aaron Strong, number 14, carried the ball, got a yard, maybe two. So it's going to be fourth down, and a fourth down and almost 4.
Looks like they'll go for it.
I suspect they, you know.
It's not, no reason not to.
Buckman is in that slot over on the right side this time. And number 3 is Gong, moving over just a bit. And pressure on the quarterback. They got him. He throws it away. And it's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Iannarelli again. Nice set of downs for him. Got a couple tackles, some good pressures.
That appeared to me to be very close to something that could have been called intentional grounding, because he threw it out of bounds. Nobody. I mean, I can understand they didn't call it, but
I think he just got outside the pocket. When he was scrambling, he got far enough outside the tackle but absolutely, it's close. Yeah.
In any event, Clocker's 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Looks like Jackson's back in at quarterback. That one goes nowhere.
Yep.
Was that Merlone? Yeah.
Was it Maloney again? Yeah.
Hand off to Jake Maloney. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. 2nd down.
I like watching Jackson throw the ball. I had the pleasure of watching him playing catcher in one of the playoff games last year. It's quite an arm. And I saw him hit a nice home run over the fence about 370 feet.
Ooh.
And yeah, he's quite an athlete. I think he might have thrown a runner out at second, but you can definitely see the arm when he's throwing the football.
Well, Ashland timeout with 5:37 to go here in the half, and the Clockers leading in the game 7-0. And the situation, they have the ball on their own 45-yard line, 2nd and 10. Kevin Russell, number 6, going to the far side left. Horning hands it off. A hole, but it closes up fairly quickly. It'll be good for about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and long.
That was Merlone again.
There's Merlone.
And Coleman left this number 54 for Sharon. That's a handful of tackles for him already tonight. Keep seeing that number pop up around the ball. The two teams look evenly matched size-wise. You know, usually you have some guy who's 6'6" and 300 pounds that towers over everybody, but they look both a little small, but.
3rd and 7. Back to throw. Horning throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Pass intended for Jake Latessa.
It was intended for Latessa, broken up. Pretty good job of breaking it up. So it's 4th down and long. A punting situation is they're going to send 31. Brandon Buckman is back deep, and I believe Chris Gong as well. Augustinelli's kick is coming down to Gong, and he handles it and is tackled at the 20, 21.
It's actually College on the punt.
Was it College?
Yeah, he does the punting.
Okay.
And,
my bad, didn't catch his number.
setting the play up, zoom into the play. So like right here.
So we got 4:38 to go, 7-0. Clockers in the lead.
Okay. Quarterback is wrapped up and dropped, but that'll be
Iannarelli.
ugly. Jeremy Ruskin, that is just playing ugly in about a 5-yard loss. It'll be second down, 15. Something went wrong.
Iannarelli tackled both.
Yeah,
It
but
was
both
almost
of-
like he was going to hand it off, and he was all wrapped up already, so we kept it. But he's really giving that Sharon offensive line some trouble. He's been in there almost every play, Iannarelli.
Iannarelli. This is Ruskin on the keeper, trying to break it outside. He gets back to 5 and a couple more, so about maybe a 6-yard gain. So it'll be third down and 9, I would say.
By Clocker, Jackson Horning. Third down and 8.
It was Colin Dagg with the pursuit, and then allowed Jackson to come in and wrap him up, which creates the third down. We have third down and 8.
Whistle.
Play blown dead.
So a false start.
Yep.
It's false start against the Eagles. Still third down.
Third and 13.
Yep, so the walk-off is back to just almost the 18-yard line, so on third and 13, so they have a ways to go.
I'm going to make a prediction. I think we might see a pick on this one.
Okay.
You know they're going to throw it.
Yeah. You
Although I just jinxed them. Now they'll do the draw play. But
yeah. Okay, Ruskin to throw. Steps up. He throws it out, and it is complete.
Wow.
And it's complete for first down about on the 41, 42-yard line. Wow.
Brandon Buckman with the catch, ridden out of bounds by Dom Massaro.
So Buckman, the man with the catch.
Nice play by the I thought he might take off when he got out of the pocket, and a beautiful job to recognize the open receiver.
Exactly. Knew where to look. Snap to Ruskin. Looks to throw. Falls back and throws it out of bounds. So incomplete, second down.
Ruskin having to throw that one away with the...
Yeah. That was another one that was close, but he signaled he was out of the pocket. So.
Pressure by number 67, Michael McSweeney. Second down.
Back to throw. Pressure. Can't get at him.
That's
throws it out. And this looks like a pick. You were right. Just a couple of downs early.
Some good blocking there. Jackson Horning.
Horning it's going to be ridden out of bounds.
Sickles, I apologize.
It was Sickles finally ridden out of bounds by Ethan Stafford. And there's a flag at the 41-yard line. But I would think the interception would stand, wouldn't it?
I believe so.
Blocking the back against the Clockers.
Penalty on the
So there'll
play
be a
early
spot foul, and
against the Clockers.
they'll get it on their own 49, move it back 10 yards.
Well, the good news, I guess, is if nothing else, the ball turns over with only 1:10 to go in the half. So, or minute, I take that, minute 43, but even so.
That's not a holding
Okay.
call. It's a block in the back call.
Have to give credit to Iannarelli creating that pressure, and he's been in there all night, and
They can't keep him
he
out.
just got a little greedy, and it looked like 3 of the Clockers could have intercepted that one.
Yeah.
It was just
They could have been fighting each other for the ball.
it was almost like a catch in baseball. You take it, I got it. All right, see if we can get something at the end of the half. Keep the steamroller going.
Back to throw, and he's going to be wrapped up. Wow, that was
71 for the
Ethan
Eagles.
Stafford.
Stafford in on Jackson Horton for the sack. That draws a timeout from the Clockers.
Did somebody miss an assignment, or did he
know.
just beat his guy off the
A few
line?
Trivia buffs. The correct term for a group of eagles is not a flock of eagles. There's some trivia here about our Sharon Eagles. It is a convocation of eagles. Learn something new at every Clocker game.
All right.
oh, Clock is second and forever. Back to throw. Throw it out complete to Merloni. It's going to be good for about 3, but they needed
There's
5
the
more, and
flag.
there's the flag. Okay.
Play after the Jake Maloney reception.
What will that go as? Personal foul? So,
Yeah, unnecessary roughness.
Unnecessary
and,
roughness, yeah. That'll make a big personal foul.
Come on, Stripes, you're
It's a
back to the
personal
game.
foul.
Every time you threw the flag, it's been on blue. Let's go. Come on, this sideline.
It'll be marked off from the point of the furthest game.
Sharon coaches aren't going to be happy with that call, but you know, the reality was he didn't have to throw him down. The whistle had blown, but I think it's more about when Jackson maybe tackled their guy out of bounds on that sideline, and there was no call. We'll wait. But,
Throw again, incomplete. Well, it's an emotional game,
Absolutely.
That pass intended for
and especially when you have tough enough guys wearing pads and all of that stuff and banging on each other. But
Right, because Merloni didn't get hurt by that little extra throwdown. It was
no, but it was unnecessary.
absolutely.
Just that's the way
absolutely.
it goes. I mean,
right?
you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it still was unnecessary. So,
Yep.
but anyway, okay, that's history now. So
2nd and 10.
we'll move on. 2nd and 10.
6 deep. Block.
Handoff. Merloni.
I believe
Good
so.
for
yes.
about
the carry
6,
up the middle.
5 or 6 looks like. Minute 7 to go in the half, and they just called a timeout.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ashland stops the clock.
Baker dealt.
Minute 7 to go. We're at 3rd and 5 on the next play.
Gain of 5 yards. Timeout.
Third and 5, and I would assume that, you know, unless something really unusual happens, that this is going to be 2-down territory.
I would think.
You would think. think, because, but we'll see.
I'm not going to mention the scenario that would make it a punt.
No, we won't talk about that.
We can all just think for ourselves. The play calling up to now has been pretty generic, which is fine. It's working, but usually Coach McKay throws in some
He'll think of
fun
something.
play.
Yeah.
We'll probably see something before the end of the night.
Testing your block. He's going to test you. There he goes.
Okay. Back to throw. Throws. Incomplete.
Pass intended for college.
That's
again,
unfortunate. He
incomplete.
had two receivers open, actually. He had Kevin Russell, who
It
was
was
the
Russell.
intended receiver,
Right.
and short in the flat, he had Abid Ahmed. I think this is his first action, I think, of the night. Number 18.
I don't remember seeing him in either. Nope. So Gollage is out on the left side in the slot. Latessa also
Block. Block.
over on that side. The receivers every place. Back to throw. And a lane. And this is going to be, he's still fighting, but he's going to be short of the first down. So it'll go over on downs, I believe. Yep, that's the signal. So we'll go over on downs, and it'll be Sharon 1st and 10 with 52 seconds left to go here in the first half.
That seemed like an aggressive tackle. But at this point, I don't think they're going to call anything marginal.
No.
Possession turns over on downs.
So the line of scrimmage will be the 31-yard line, 1st and 10.
The carry attempt by Hornell.
We have 52 seconds left on the clock. Just have to keep the ball in front of them.
Back to throw. Ruskin has some space, throws it out, throws it out, throws it out, and it's going to be knocked down, incomplete.
That was Sickles. Sickles with a good defense stepping up.
Nathan Sickles with the pass coverage. Incomplete, second down.
Well, Sickles got inside and just knocked it down. Don't mess with trying to catch it. No heroics, just knock it down.
Exactly.
So we're down to 43 seconds to go as they send receivers every place. Really is what they send, but Ruskin back to throw, has time, throws it out, and it's going to be incomplete. It was intended over here for Chris Gong, number 3, so it'll be third down.
Incomplete, third down.
So this is interesting because there's 38 seconds. If they don't get the they got to force them to punt. You never know. You never know.
I have this interest when I come in because I was here early enough to see both sides, to see their place kickers kicking away. And, you know, it's high school, you never know, but wouldn't you like to see it? Maybe a field goal to top off the half.
Or if he gets aggressive here.
Quarterback keeper, that's good for nothing. So
See if he calls timeout. Yeah, he's calling timeout.
Yep.
I think that was Dwinell's, or
he did.
yeah.
Yep.
Anything can happen. You get the long snap. They've had some good pressure. Maybe they can. And they have what, like 10 timeouts per team for a half. So when they get the ball back, they can.
You've almost always have one or two left.
Right.
That's the point. So
I think it's 5 a half, and they'll probably have 1 or 2 right. So.
That brings fourth down.
So they're punting from their 30. You figure he's going to kick it about 30, 35 yards maybe in the air and either take a fair catch, or if he's got an opening, maybe he'll go for it.
Good snap. Gets it away. Pretty good kick. Going back. Fair caught.
And the fair catch
Down at the 36
taken in by Nathan Sickles.
by Sickles. So
The Clocker 36
here's the
yard
deal.
line.
23 seconds to go in the half. Ashland first down at their own 36-yard line.
Remaining in the first half.
And so do you think they'll run a play?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Again, stay tuned at halftime for the cheerleader performance. And we'll be picking the winner.
I'd like to see him either just throw it up to Russell or throw it up to Sickles, see if they can out-jump the other guy.
Yeah.
I don't even think Russell's in there. No, he's over there on the left side.
All right, we're going to throw, and it's going to be. It was intended over there for gone, but
Latessa.
was that? But in any of
Intended for Latessa.
Latessa.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
I mean, if they get a play down the middle, anywhere, 20, 25 yards, they can. It'll stop the clock.
We're going to throw it again, and
Wow.
that was complete.
A reception by Sickles.
By Sickles, so it's.
Do they have a timeout? Otherwise, that's the. Yeah, they have it. They took their last timeout. That pass was dangerous. There were two Sharon receivers right there. One was underneath, and he just threaded the needle. It was a little more aggressive than I would personally like to see, but it worked.
There we go, launch, and it's going to go out of bounds.
Pass intended for Ben.
It was intended for Ben College, so it's fourth down.
So that's interesting. The downside of running the plays that he ran is now they have to punt. And although it's unlikely something would happen, you just, well, we all remember Michigan State and Michigan.
Well, I suppose it's safe. You could, try and punt it out of bounds on the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
And leave them with not much. But
All right, it's a good snap. Yeah, good punt. It's good
kick,
practice.
yeah.
Good practice under pressure.
And so that's a pretty good tackle down there, too, as Gong took the punt.
Tackle on the run back. Leaving 1.1 seconds on the clock. The Eagles to run off one play.
1 second. All right, now do you think they run a play, or do you think he takes the knee?
I think if it were my choice, I'd say take the knee, because there's still enough bad things that can happen, but we'll see.
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah,
tight. This is just going to be a knee and good night.
Right.
The knee. So that's going to do it in the first half. No scoring in the second quarter, and so at the end of the half, the score remains Ashland 7, Sharon nothing, and we'll be back.
More than 50 years ago. I'm just trying to keep the streak going for a second, and there's been some breaks in it, but it's no problem. Give me one game. Just the one. And so there's tonight, and then there's the one.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, for your Clocker cheerleaders.
Okay, we're back. Time for the second half. Ashland leading in this one 7-0, and they will be kicking off to Sharon to start the half.
It's Agostinelli with a squib.
Effective. Effective is right. And kicked over there, that was Gong, number 3. And so by the time he hit the pressure, and so they'll be starting right around the 20-yard line.
You think that kick was by design?
I don't know. Hope so.
If it wasn't, they should work it in there. I like that one.
Sure, absolutely.
Especially when it gets a little colder.
The spot is actually at the 19.
I like that kick better than the when they try and do the little pooch and find the empty.
Yeah.
That one. I don't think I've seen that one work yet. All right.
Throw incomplete.
Pass intended for number 16.
That was intended for Alec Filipkowski.
Covered by Nathan Sickles, incomplete.
He had the position too, just underthrown. Like a good route.
Asking the quarterback, good handoff. Well, good for about 3, so it'll be 3rd down and somewhere around 7, maybe even 8.
That was Ryan Dwinells with a tackle.
Ryan Dwinell is in on that tackle. A gain of about a yard, 3rd down.
Ryan was one of the heroes of last week's game, stopping the 2-point conversion. It's a big stop.
3rd and 8. Snap to Ruskin, looking to throw, comes under pressure. And that's, almost picked.
Pass intended for Brandon Buckman.
That'll bring up 4th down. Who was that on?
That was Jack Sickles.
That was Sickles, the number 13, right.
The 3 and the 5 on the uniform looks the same. When it's all bunched up.
20-second timeout, Eagles.
They had too many men on the field, so took the timeout instead of the penalty.
Sickles and Horning are back deep to take the punt, which is going to be coming from Alec Filipkowski. Gets it away, line drive. It's going to come down to Sickles, who takes the knee. So the Clockers will have very good field position just inside the 45-yard line of Sharon. And the score 7-0 with 9:55 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Good defensive stand to open the half. That's going to get them continue to build on that confidence.
I'm just not sure that I see this as a 7-0 final score, because I think that Sharon is good enough to put the ball in the end zone. They've come not close, but they've run some good plays here and there. So I really want to see the Clockers score again. Throwing out incomplete.
Pass off of Horning's
Pretty good
hands.
throw by Jackson Horning.
intended for Latessa.
Latessa.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sharon,
That pass was intended for Jake Latessa.
they
Incomplete.
just seem to be a little bit weak throwing the ball. That's been the drawback. It's kept them from really moving it downfield.
Handed off.
Maloney.
Big hole for Maloney as he crosses the 40, and he's in the scrum. He's going to get pushed forward to about the 37, 38-yard line. So a good pickup on that play, and it'll be third down and about 3, third and 3, third and 4. The spot right at the 39-yard line. Snap to Horning. He's going to carry. Horning with the ball, and he's got the first down. He's going to be taken down finally around the 32, 33-yard line, but that's a first down.
That's a first down.
First down on the keeper, and the spot's going to be at the 32, looks like.
Horning's coming out for a play. It looks like he might have just a little twinge for his, he's holding his wrist, but he'll be back. We got Kavanaugh in there. High snap, but he holds it, rolls out.
Has room. Incomplete pass to Brody.
Dan Kavanaugh with the rollout pass to Brody S.
How that was not targeting.
He's taken down hard.
Brody Asenko.
The Eagles Chris Gong on the tackle.
And
Call it a first down.
Brings another Clocker first down.
So Ashland moving the ball at the 22-yard line. High snap. So that's going to be
Don Kavanaugh
a limited play, so to speak. Kavanaugh
keeping and running on that play.
actually a loss. Down in
Loss of
11.
a yard, second down.
And off inside.
Eddie Braganca.
Eddie Braganca.
Braganca, yeah. His first carry of the game, that was effective. Gain of about 6.
As a gain of 5 yards, third down.
So 3rd and 5.
Officials timeout on the field.
Kevin Russell to the far side right, and over here is Jake Latessa. Split out to the left. Handoff.
Braganca again, and he's... we got a flag.
The flag is thrown, however, out at the 15-yard line, holding against Ashland, so this will come back.
Holding penalty
And I
against the Clockers.
I don't think the hold really mattered, but we'll see when we watch the replays. Looked like that hole was huge regardless, but it's coming back.
Yep.
Might have been Merlone on the hold because he just kind of gave a little hug to say sorry about that.
So the call will bring the ball all the way back to the 30, to the 27. And third down now and about 14 yards to go. Looking to run, to throw rather, and it's complete. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
Jake Latessa out jumped Sharon defenders.
He did indeed. Latessa it is.
For that catch, Jake Latessa.
It was Jackson Horn to run the offense on that play.
And the kick is going to be up, and it's going to be good. So with 6:08 to go here in the third quarter, Ashland is in the lead, 14-0. Horning really placed that ball in there. Tall, really, but he got it in there in some traffic. But Latessa had them beat. I don't think that he necessarily leaped that high for it, but he had them beat. But the ball was right there. So
I saw the two defenders. When I saw the ball thrown, that result, but he gunned it.
No, he
Latessa was looking for it. Hoping got it. See what kind of kick Augustinelli does here. Again with the squib.
A little squib.
It's a tough one to handle.
Tough one. They pick it up. It's finally handled at the 15-yard line. And you better run. This is Chris Gong, and he's gonzo. Chris Gong takes it to the house.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Wow.
And number 3, Chris Brown, sliding away from the tackle and escaping for that 80-yard touchdown run.
He bobbled the kick, and he still picked it up and went all the way.
Mitchell director number 4 to try to add on the extra point. Here we go. Kick is good.
And the point after is good.
So 5:53 to go here in the third quarter. And the score is Ashland 14 and Sharon 7.
Well, you did say Sharon was going to score.
I thought so. I didn't expect it quite that way, but I did expect it. Frankly, I thought it was just plain it was Gong's speed that did that. I thought they had a chance to get him. But boy, he just outran them. He was booking.
Yeah, it reminds me of my high school days.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the one trying to chase him. I was the certainly wasn't out there in front of anybody.
No.
Sickles and Maloney back deep.
Mitchell directed to kick it off. That's the Sickles at about the 16-yard line out to the 20, across the 30, still on his feet. And still
Still
on
going.
his feet. And now cuts it across, still on his feet. He crosses the 40-yard line to the 42.
Kicking and ducking.
Another way of saying, I'll show you. But an excellent run back of the kickoff. Excellent field position for the Clockers right here at their own 42-yard line.
And that is a first down.
Good answer.
The Clockers will start on their 31.5-yard line.
And off to Maloney, and he's nailed. Actually says a short, small loss on the play, so it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard, second down.
Eddie Braganca coming in for the backfield.
Back to throw, throws it out, and it's
Short hop.
short hop, okay.
That pass incomplete. Intended for Kevin Russell. Third down.
Intended receiver was Kevin Russell on the incompletion. So in any event, third down and 11.
Third and 11, yep. 4:42 to go.
Throw, back to throw, runs up, runs into traffic, and he's going to be dropped for another loss.
Jackson Horn surrounded by a convocation of Eagles. Fourth down.
Loss of a yard on that play, so it's actually fourth down at about 13. So obvious punting situation, and back deep is Gong, and
Now we have to pay attention and kick it away from Gong.
They did kick it away from Gong, and that's a fair catch.
Fair catch. Signaled by Brandon Buckman.
Buckman,
The Eagles will take over on their 30-yard line.
first and 10.
32 yards on the punt.
Throw, fast pass, and this is going to be good for 7 or 8 yards, depending on where they're going to be close to the first down marker. That was Buckman again. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain, so it'll be a second down and 1 right at the 40. So Sharon wasting no time.
Yards, second and 1.
Ruskin seems to be a little more effective when he's throwing the short passes and just let the guys for the catch.
Hand it off, first down.
Brody Aseko in on the tackle, the first hit.
Yeah, drawing number 14 on the carry, so it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, Sharon's 44-yard line. complete. And
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle and a
Sickles.
modest gain for Filipkowski. Second, picked up about 7.
They ran and broke early. Throw the little screen, missed the defender, and that was a big tackle.
Yeah. 2nd and 6. Off. Man, first down, I think, when they sort this out. Aaron Strong on the carry.
Got an injured player.
Got an injured clocker. Actually, they backed that off. It'll be at the 49. Now it's
Ryan Dwinells.
Let's deal with the injury. It's up and walking off, so that's a good sign. Okay, ball at the Ashland 49-yard line, 3rd down, and 3 yards to go for 1st down. Long snap. This is Gong. Direct snap to Gong, and he's got the 1st down. Takes the ball out of bounds.
That play run out of bounds, but it's enough for a 1st down.
It is the 1st down, so the spot's going to be inside the 45-yard line. And down to a minute 44 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Sharon moving the ball. That was good for about 3. Mitchell Director on the carry.
Colin Dagg on the tackle. Watching Dwinells on the sideline. He's stretching out that ankle. Hopefully he'll be back. He hasn't sat down, so that's a good sign. So they certainly would like to get him back.
Director goes out of the game. Filipkowski, number 16, comes in. He's had a couple of catches, as I recall. Still Ruskin at quarterback for the direct snap. He hands it off inside, and that's going to be good for about 5, it looks like.
Aaron Strong. That's their captain.
With the tackle, the Aaron Strong run. A gain of a couple of yards. 3rd down.
So it's 3rd down and about 4. Wideouts. So Filipkowski is over here. Director is in the slot right there. Looking to throw, getting some pressure. Throws it out deep, and it's going to be caught but out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down. That's an incompletion.
Coverage by Don Cavanaugh. And Jake Latessa. That brings 4th down. 6.5 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Do they go?
They went before, so I'm guessing they'll go again.
Yeah, here we go. Ruskin waiting for the snap. Timeout called. Timeout called by Sharon. Talk this over.
It's a full timeout.
I don't think they could hear the play calling with the Ashley and Clocker fans getting a little rowdy. Good job by the Ashland cheerleaders. All right, so set the stage, Paul.
Okay, 4th and about 4. Line of scrimmage is the 39-yard line. Clocker's 39-yard line. Receivers, Brandon Buckman is over here in the slot. He scares me the most, but they're looking elsewhere. No, they're looking for him, and it's picked off. A flag thrown. That could be interference, I'm afraid.
It could be, but I thought he had position, and if he calls it, it's honestly, it's a bad call.
Yeah.
If that's the case.
That's the call. That is the call. So that's going to bring the ball to the 21-yard line.
Brings an end to the third quarter.
The third quarter ends with the score Ashland 14 and Sharon 7.
When they get back on the field, Ryan, you start recording.
They have to mark it off before.
Until they get back. Oh, they come in.
Did they?
Is that a spot foul?
Yeah, it would be a spot foul.
Pressing the hip, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Because I thought.
Or maybe. Yeah, it looked like he might have extended on the defense, and that's probably what caught
That's
the,
what the
eye
official
of the
saw.
official. He had the position, and he didn't have to. Unfortunately.
I think the line of scrimmage is going to be at the 24. Okay.
Makes it a little more exciting.
No, that's true. I'm not. Frankly, I'm surprised at the call when I saw it. When I saw it setting up, I thought that there was just enough contact for the official to spot it certainly. But where he made the catch,
right?
I would mitigate it a little bit.
Because it was underthrown. If it was thrown a little deeper, then I'd see the foul. But
yeah. But the bottom line is you still need defense. So here we go. Hand it off inside. Loss on.
Colin Dagg.
Ball carrier was Aaron Strong. Another clocker slow getting up.
It's Colin Dagg. It might be a cramp. 2 of those last week. These are over. It doesn't look like a cramp. Could be. All right, 2nd and 15.
Second and 15. Ruskin at quarterback. I think it's Gong behind him.
Yeah.
We're going to throw. Has pressure put on. And
that's
The reception made by Chris Gong.
Oh, that was Gong. Okay.
Taken down by Jake Latessa.
Pickup of about 10, but it's still 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4.5. But again, obvious 2-down territory. So
that was a good read by Ruskin, the quarter. It's been a design play, like a middle screen. Direct snap to Gong.
This is Gong. Ruskin is out there. Ruskin's in. Ruskin set up as a receiver. That was
carry again for the Eagles.
Give the Clockers credit for
not
getting confused by that and sticking with the runner. But you're right, it did look like he was open in the end zone.
He was wide open. Oh yeah.
when I saw him rolling out, I thought it was a throw, and I didn't look deep, but he just
they just let him go. Wow, we got lucky with that. So in any event, it's going to be 4th down at about 3. Line of scrimmage is out around.
We had a guy down. Oh, that was Gong that was down on the tackle. He's getting up gingerly. Couldn't see him behind the huddle.
Yeah. It's
that's unfortunate.
No, they move the stick up. The line of scrimmage is going to be right just outside the 15. It'll be 4th down and 2 barely. So, you know, this is really a must situation for both sides when you come right down to it. But we'll see what they do. Gong is out, so that can't be a bad thing for the Clockers.
And he looks like it's a cramp because he's drinking some water and stretching. But all right, let's see.
Timeout.
Yep.
20-second timeout. Eagles.
We'll see who can step up for the Clockers because we're missing Dag and Dwinell, 2 of their starters. Let's see if one of these young kids can step up. Oh, there's some pressure on the screen.
Back to throw. And this is going to be a 1st down, I believe. This could be a measurement. This is close.
We'll see if that was enough or not.
He's got to get to the 4. It would have had to get to the 14-yard line.
My initial
thought
is he's a little short.
Yeah. If I had to guess from here, that's what I would say, by a couple of inches maybe.
I think we might have some unhappy neighbors up here on the roof. But, you know, we're not down there. You can't see where the knee went down first. You know, they're right there. He's short.
He's short.
Huge stand. Clockers will take over on the 19. We have 8:47 remaining in the 4th quarter. And Ashland is up 14-7. Put together an 8-minute drive and punch one in the end zone at the end there. Kavanaugh back at the quarterback.
Kavanaugh, the keeper, cuts it outside, has yardage. There's a flag thrown behind him. He's across the 25, but again, the flag holding against the Clockers.
That run by Dom Kavanaugh.
So that'll be half the distance. No, it's 10 yards.
A penalty on the play, holding offense. Repeat 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is going to be around the 7. It'll be 1st down and about 17, give or take. And once again, the handoff inside. No, I'm sorry, the keeper looks. But anyway, out to the 10. About. So a couple.
Dom Kavanaugh again on the carry. Tackle made.
Penalty really changes the complexion of the play calling.
It did indeed. Kevin Russell is back in.
Number 4.
Kavanaugh, I think, is out. 15, Jackson Horning back in at quarterback.
That's correct.
And
you know what? Dwindles is back in at center, so that's good to see.
Swing pass! Swing!
looking to throw. Has space, has a completion. It's Maloney, I believe, out to the 20-yard line. So pretty good. Was it Latessa, number 3?
It was Latessa.
Beg your pardon, but nevertheless, a completion, which they needed badly. It'll be 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah. And they're going with the no-huddle offense. I like it.
Back to throw, complete, 1st down.
That's Kevin Russell, the big guy.
That's pressure, and you did it.
Sickles in the flats. 1st down, Clockers.
So they move the sticks to the line of scrimmage as the 18. 1st and 10.
Keep coming, South. Keep coming.
Maloney squeaking
That
through
was
a little
Maloney. A Maloney kind of move.
On the right side.
Was that a 1st down?
Not quite. I don't. Oh, it's within in.
That's enough for a 1st down.
I say it is. Okay. Again with the no huddle offense.
Yeah, they got the Eagle defense on their heels.
Horning on the handoff. This is Maloney again trying to sweep left. Has some room and is going to fall forward to about the 43-yard line. So that's a pickup of about 4. So 2nd down and 6 coming up as the clock continues to run down close to 6 minutes.
He's holding his arm. He got pulled down pretty hard there. See if they bring in 21, Eddie Braganco, who showed some flashes of brilliance.
Officials timeout.
It's Brody Yasenko in the backfield.
So we have 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. And off again, and that is indeed Brody. That was Brody. And he's got the 1st down. He's got the 1st down. Crosses midfield on that run. He's at the 49-yard line now. Clocker's at the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
3 nice running plays in a row.
Clock continues to run at 5:37 left in the ball game. Hand off again. Is that Maloney back in? I missed that, but in any event, good for a yard or 2.
That was Brody.
Yasenko.
Oh, Senko.
Gain of 2, 2nd down.
I'm reluctant to admit, but I do have trouble reading the numbers on the jersey with the font that they use.
Just for full disclosure for the fans at home, I do have binoculars, so. I would just say the blue guy if I didn't have these, so.
Yeah, really. Good looking
Nice
handoff,
cut
cuts
back.
it inside. Oh, that is pretty. And it's going to carry all the way down to the 32-yard line.
Senko
again, carrying the club.
Behind a powerful block by Lucas Howard.
And the Sharon coach has seen enough. He's going to regroup.
Well, the line of scrimmage is the 33-yard line of Sharon, so Clockers are getting close. It'll be a first down, and the clock is stopped right now with 4:42 left to go in the ball game.
Sharon coach is talking with the official after every play, it seems. He's not happy with something.
Yeah, but seriously, what could it be? I mean, you know, I understand that he's not happy, but, you know,
Unless he thinks there's a holding or something, but you
But
know, you can make an argument for holding on every single play.
Every play,
just about.
right, exactly, yeah,
So you just got to play the game.
Yeah. And the officials know that. The game is the game.
Right.
They've got to let the guys play.
So yeah, I don't know.
And let's be honest, they've called a bunch of holding, and I think more against Ashland than against. But nevertheless, they've called plenty of holding penalties.
Right.
You know, they haven't been short holding penalties in this game.
Another handoff.
This is a handoff again. It's to Asenko again, but not for much. So it'll be second down.
Hands off to Asenko.
Second down. As the clock continues to run.
No gain, second down.
Still waiting for Coach McKay to work in something unexpected.
Twenty-second timeout, Clockers.
They ran the clock down to probably
Ladies and
one.
gentlemen, a reminder that the Ashland Lions Club is selling tickets for their golf ball drop. The drop is going to be held at Ashland Day tomorrow. The numbered golf balls that you can buy, they'll be dropped from the Ashland Fire Department's tower truck, and the ball closest to the hole.
Jack Merrill is in the game, and Sickles is out. Tessa to the near side right. He's had a pretty hot hand in the last few plays. Good throw, complete out there to Russell.
Kevin Russell.
Picked up some. It's going to be third down. It was not a big gain. Got about 3, so it'll be third down and 7.
4 yards.
It keeps the clock moving.
Keeps and obviously 2-down territory. So. Rolling, looking, throwing, intercepted. Oh wow! So intercepted, run back out to the 22nd yard line, and Latessa made the tackle.
Intended for Merrill, but ill-advised.
The Eagles will take over their 23-yard line. Just over 3 minutes to go in the game.
So the line of scrimmage, the 23-yard line, 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the ball game. And Sharon needing a score, but they have moved the ball. Looking to throw, complete. No, picked, wow!
And that's Merrill.
That's Merrill.
So he finally gets the catch.
Sam Spencer was the intended receiver and actually caught the ball, but then coughed it up on the hit, and it was intercepted. So just like that, Clockers take over 1st and 10 at the Eagles' 35-yard line, and we're down to 3:05 in the game.
Back-to-back interceptions. You just trade a few yards of field position.
Hand off again inside, and that was that Latessa once again? No, that was Maloney. Maloney, number 2, is back in the game. So
Can't keep them down.
no, so which is good.
2,
So
second down.
a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8.
They're in no hurry at this point. First down. I don't know how many timeouts Sharon has, but they may only need a first down to run out the clock.
Timeout. Ashland calls a timeout.
Timeout. Clockers.
It may have been that they were up against the clock and called a timeout.
I think he probably told the refs that, hey, run it down to 1, call a timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, not, which I was going to say is not by accident.
Right.
Clearly. So,
So he's got Kavanaugh going back in, and Jackson Horning's coming out. And that's why.
and that's what Kavanaugh on the keeper. And he's got the first down, right?
Yeah, that was about
Looks it.
10, 11 yards on the gain.
And that is a Clocker first down.
2 good athletic quarterbacks. They really both can run the ball. Strong kids.
So the ball is spotted on the 22-yard line, and it's Clocker's 1st and 10. And we're down to 2 minutes in the game. Kavanaugh back in.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're not going to throw the ball.
No. Time. Ooh, what was that? Clocker timeout.
That's a timeout. Clockers.
No, I don't see where a throw would do them a lot of good.
Well, that would be the surprise play that,
Yeah, that one, right.
but there's no need for it at this point.
No.
So you got to give a lot of credit to the Ashland defense. They were bending, they didn't break. The only points were on that kick return. They came up with some big plays. Kavanaugh is ready to take the snap. Tessa in motion. Hands off
And
to
off,
Maloney.
this is Maloney. Gets a couple.
Hand off to Jake Maroney. A gain of 4 yards, second down.
Actually, 4-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 6. Down to a minute and a half.
They may not have any timeouts left. They might just be content to end the game.
Kavanaugh's back in. Kavanaugh with the carry. Kavanaugh is down to about the 12, looks like, from here.
That could be a first down.
And we're inside a minute.
To the outside, back to the inside.
Well, that is a first down.
He's just shy of a first down.
No, it is a first down. You're right.
Make the first down.
So the spot is going to be about the, 13 looks like?
A timeout. Eagles.
And now they're taking a timeout. That's interesting. Unless they have 3 of them. Maybe they just like Ashland. It's a nice community. It's a great field. No reason not to want to spend some extra time up here.
Isn't this nice? This field?
This is terrific.
This is incredible.
Any trash in your area. Trash bags down the end of the walkway here in the grandstand, and we thank you for keeping your football field and your facilities clean.
So this is going to be the knee. Kavanaugh's in. He's going to take the knee. Here it is.
Now, does that hurt his stats? Is that negative 3 yards for his rushing?
Well, this should be an asterisk.
They really executed well tonight. The runs, they blocked well.
They do.
Jackson threw, outside of that one interception, I was just thinking, he had a pretty high completion percentage. He was very accurate. Beautiful pass in the end zone. That's it.
That's it. We're done here.
14-7. And now let's hear it for both teams for putting on such a great event here tonight.
We signing off? Or are we wrapping us up? Or?
Oh, we will in a couple of seconds, I guess, just to let you know, to let the fans know that, at least on the score, the Clockers went out, scored first in the first quarter, put a touchdown up on the board. It was 7-0, and that held through the half. And then in the third quarter, they exchanged touchdowns as Ashland went up, scored first and went up 14-0. But then Sharon came back with a real fast one. It was 14-7, but then a scoreless fourth quarter, and that's the way it ended, was 14-7. So Ashland on the right side of this one looked like a pretty good team to me, and I had not seen them earlier in the season, but they look pretty good. And hopefully they can stay with it. So how do you see it?
I was pleased with this. I had no idea. Sharon plays some tough teams, and I heard they were 6-5 last year, and this is a good build, good game to build off of. And they start league play next week down in Medfield, and that's going to be a big revenge game. That was, even though I think it was a non-league game, that was a nail-biter last year, back and forth. We were down big, and we came back and scored a 2-point conversion last year, went up by 1 with 50 seconds, and gave up a touchdown in the last minute after. So they're going to want that one.
Yeah,
and,
well,
it'll be nice to hopefully get a win to start the league play.
Yeah. Well, you're going to want everyone, but the only thing that I would say about this that's critical in any way is that they did have a little bit of trouble passing, and the point being that there were a number of passes that were called back because of holding and things like that, which means that you're not really getting your playoff cleanly. Because if you get a hold or whatever, and also the interceptions, which are always very disconcerting. But these are the kind of things you probably obviously have to work on, or perhaps they put in a few different plays, maybe a little bit shorter, who knows.
Right.
But the coach knows his team and his players, I'm sure, a lot better than I do. But so what? What's nicer than a win? And tonight it comes out 14-7, and we will go home happy.
Absolutely.
So, hoping to see you again. And for the entire crew, Paul Burke here saying good night.